getting a diagnosis. Although I was officially diagnosed with autism when I was 4, let's pretend that I'm wondering if I have it or not, and my mum will accompany me to the GP. You might have watched a television programme or read a newspaper article about someone who has autism and resonated with that person. You may also feel that you don't fit in with others or feel isolated. These points can make you question if you are autistic, but the only way to find out is to get a formal diagnosis. So, how is autism diagnosed? According to the National Autistic Society, the first thing you do is to book an appointment with your GP. When you see your GP, please ensure your diagnosis is the only thing you're discussing with them. You will also need to explain to your GP why you could be autistic and how beneficial a diagnosis would be. You could also ask a person you know to accompany you so they can help you explain your situation to the GP. You could tell your GP that you've seen or read something about autism in the media, or even contacted the National Autistic Society. You could say how you can relate to the people with autism on television or in the news, and tell your GP that you would like to seek a formal assessment to be certain. Give your GP examples of difficulties you have experienced with social interaction, communication, friendships, relationships, and sensory difficulties, as well as your need for routine and how much you think these affect the different areas of your life. Since not all GPs will have an in-depth knowledge of autism, it would be useful to bring along a copy of the guidance for GPs source that is available to download from the NAS website. That way the guide should help you explain your situation as clearly as you can. You can also notify your GP of the relevant guidelines on autism recognition and referral to help your GP decide if they need to make a referral. If your GP agrees to refer you, you can tell them about local services that are experienced in multidisciplinary diagnosis of autism in adults. If it is not possible to be referred to a multidisciplinary service, you could be referred to a psychiatrist or a clinical psychologist, for example. It is important that these professionals are experienced with autism so that you will be assessed more accurately. The professional will assess the difficulties you have experienced to determine if you are autistic. They will tell you if you are autistic on the same day, or they might inform you by telephone or letter at a later date. If you are autistic, there are many benefits of receiving a diagnosis of it, such as helping you and people you know, such as your family, partner or colleagues, understand your difficulties with social interaction and communication, correcting the previous misdiagnosis such as schizophrenia or brain damage, and helping you have reasonable adjustments put in place by your employer or educational placements. For more information on how autism is diagnosed, please visit this webpage.